Hi there, this is Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy's Crafty Life. I'm hoping my light works okay today. It's really dark and dreary outside and cold. Welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, I appreciate that you keep coming back. And if you're new, if this is the first time you've watched one of my videos, I hope you like it and that you'll return. If you want to find out when I post new videos, then subscribe and click the little bell and it will notify you whenever I post something new. Today I'm going to finish my kit parade that I started I think in my last video, and then I have some FFOs, which is fully finished objects, and some partially finished objects and a bunch of whips, and then I'll get into the kits. And I have again a giveaway winner from my last video. I forgot to say at the beginning, this is a channel primarily about cross stitch. I also do all other kinds of crafts, and you will see those occasionally. But for the most part these days, it's all about cross stitch. I also will say, if my dog barks, I apologize. I'll try to cut it out. He likes to do that sometimes, and he has a very big bark. So I'm just going to get started. I spent last weekend working on trying to fully finish several things. I got 2 of them all the way done. I have 2 of them partially done. I have one that I can't show in this video because it's a surprise for somebody, but when I have it done, and it's a gift, so when I have it done, I'm going to film a short video with it, and I might input it into my next video. We'll see, because I'll be giving it away. So I'm going to get started. The first thing I have is Christmas Letters by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I finished this quite a while ago, the stitching part, maybe July, I can't remember, but I fully finished it this weekend. I used some, I don't know where the fabric is from. I buy fabric at Joann's usually. I also buy some at Craft Warehouse, and then I have recently bought some from Primrose Cottage Stitches, so I do not know where this red print fabric is from. The fabric it's stitched on is a blue with like a cloudy white print on it, light blue. And then I put this really pretty trim behind it. This comes from Hobby Lobby, and I love this trim. I've used it on some other things. A cute red bow. I do not know. I think this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. This is a button. I just cut off the shank, and I think he's adorable. And then this is mounted on, this is the board. Her name is Shelby. I think it's Shelby. This is from 141 Design Company, and it's one of her boards. And this fit perfect on here. It's stitched on 14 count, so if you were to stitch Christmas letters on 14 count, it would fit perfectly on this board. I painted it. I spray painted the board. It's called Hunter Green, just Rust-Oleum paint, I think. So that is, I was so glad to have this done, and I think it's beautiful, and I got it done in time to put it up for Christmas. The next thing I fully finished is A Year of Celebrations by Hands-On Design, and I finished August. I had finished the stitching on this quite a while ago. This is on a Be Stitch Me fabric, and I don't remember the name of it, but I love it. And then I put, I'm pretty sure it's white rickrack behind it, and the rickrack is just from Hobby Lobby. And I used Kathy Haberman's tutorial to make the little clipboard. This is a Tim Holtz clip, and I put it on with some brads, and I glued it on with some E6000. This is what the board looks like. I couldn't find the supplies she used for coloring the board, so I used what I had, which was some sort of a metallic paste, I think. And then I used her finishing tutorial for this, and she has you put a little piece of ribbon here, and then it clips into the board, and that's how it stays there. So that was my second fully finished item. I haven't started any more of the Year of Celebrations. I want to start them. I have too many things going on, so I can't do that. So then I have a partial finish. Well, the stitching is finished. The fully finishing is partial. I've been working on the well hello there, and I don't know, I didn't get out the pattern. Also my hands-on design. I had stitched November a while ago, but I mounted it. This fabric is, I think this fabric is from Primrose Cottage. This is pale gray gingham, and I think I'm using 16 count from Fat Quarter Shop. I got the button packs from Fat Quarter Shop. And then I also finished December. Don't know where this fabric is from. And I'll show you how I'm fully finishing them, but I'm still calling it partial because I need to get what I'm going to put on the top. So I have this board. This is also from 141 Design Company. It's a Barn Becker. They come in 2 pieces, so I was able to paint this separate. This is painted with the paint that Chantel sells. I just lost the name of it. It's the brown paint that she sells. And then I just put this was just plain wood. I put just a very light dry brush white on there because I didn't want it too dark, and this needs to go for all different colors for the whole year. And I put magnets on here. And I don't really like magnets and washers. I have those on a couple of my projects, but I have discovered that if it's something that's sitting up, it slides. So I have magnets and magnets. So on the back of these, it takes more magnets that way, but the magnets don't cost that much. And then it just clips on there. It goes like this. So why this is not fully finished is I need to decide what I'm doing up here. So I'm going to be making a trip to Hobby Lobby. I need 12 different things to put up there. I'm thinking for December it'll be a little wreath of some sort. For November I'm going to do something with leaves, but I haven't decided what yet. I don't need to decide for November yet because we're in December and you know I can move forward. But so this is Well Hello There by Hands-On Design, and they're quick stitch, and I am so they're all different as far as their size, but I'm finishing them all the same size so that they can all go on this one piece for fully finishing them. I gotta figure out where to put this. I have stuff everywhere. Okay, so that was my partial finishes. Oh, I have another partial finish. This is a new start and a finish, and I don't have the pattern for this one either. I don't know where it is. This is a shepherd's bush pattern, and it's called Stitch. And this pattern is made to put on the big project bags that you can get at Fat Quarter Shop that you can actually stitch on them. I didn't use any of the called for anything. This is a 32 count lavender linen, and none of the only called for color I have in it is in the sheep. Everything else I chose my own colors because I wanted it to be purple. And then I also stitched just the beehive, and I have a special thing I'm going to do with these, which is why this is finished the way that it is, and you'll see that in my next video. I'm not going to give away the surprise, but it's going to be really cool. So yeah, that's all of my fully finished and partially fully finished items. I told myself I need to fully finish as I go because I had a 5-day weekend and that's all I was working on all weekend long, and it was a bit much. So now let me get into my whips. I have a couple of new starts. The first one, I'm sure you're surprised I have new starts, right? I'm a serial starter. So the first one is Quaker Bells by From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. This is my very first Quaker, and I'm doing this totally off. I'm going totally rogue on this. I only have a tiny little start. Find the front. Ah, there's the front. This is 16 count Ada that's called Cardinal by Bee Stitch Me, and this is my tiny little start. I started in the middle. This part went really fast, so it's going to be a quick stitch. I'm not using any of the called for colors. So that's my tiny little start. Hopefully by my next video it could be finished. We'll see how it goes. It is fun to stitch. But I have so many things. I have nowhere to put anything. Over there. So many things I want to do and I can't do everything, as we all know. My next new start, I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. This is by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's what they call an ornament. It's a 6 and 3/8 inch circle, and it's called the Fortune Teller. And this is him. He looks like my cat Buster, and I just thought it was really fun. It's called an ornament, but it's not a Christmas, well, no, it's not a Christmas ornament because this is like a fortune teller ball here. This is a tiny start. This is on 25 count easy grid. And this is where I'm at. And I'm putting this in Pattern Keeper, so it's kind of weird to do a round one. I'm trying to do a couple of threads of each color. So this is, I'm on color 3, and they're all blue, so it's really hard to see. Once I get going and get into the kitty, you'll be able to see better. And I am using my floss, because there are 85 colors. I have all the thread in one of my Floss Anthology notebooks in these pages. And I love how these work. So I have all 85 colors in here. And it just keeps it all together really nicely. It's a good way when you have lots of colors. Let's see. So those were my new starts, right? Oh, I have one more new start. I received my January month to month in the mail from Fat Quarter Shop. This is a Stitching with the Housewives pattern. And I am stitching this on, 14 count Aida by Fabric Flair, and it's called Magical Clouds, which I think is maybe the same fabric that my Christmas Letters is on, but Christmas Letters has way more white on it. This one is going pretty fast. I stitch on this while I'm watching TV in the evening. So this is only a few days and I'm almost done with January. And I'm changing, the pattern has Tea and Biscuits is the white color, because this is stitched on white fabric. So like the snowman, they're not white. The snowflakes are not white. There's no white in it. It comes with the floss, but there's no white in it. But white will show up on this. So I'm going to change all of the Tea and Biscuits to white. I'm pretty sure. I was kind of waiting till I got some of it done so I could see for sure. This is the snowman's hat. This is part of his scarf. And then he's right here and the barn starts down here. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to change that to white, and we'll see how far I am by my next video. So that was all of my new starts, and the rest are ones you've seen before. This one is Deck the Halls by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I love this. I should have this one done by now, but I keep being called by other things. This is how far I am. I have two big ugly mistakes that they're probably not easy to see in the video, but they're going to involve some ripping and frogging, so I might wait till the end because they're both in spots that I've already moved on from. I still need to put in, there's one more color in here, and then this block is done. This block is done. This block is done. So I would say I'm half done with this by looking at the pattern. So I just need to sit and finish it, but other things are calling me. So this will not be finished by Christmas. Another thing that called on me a few days is Christmas Tiny Town by Heart and Hand Design. And I love the tiny towns, as you know. I am stitching this on a 32 count pink linen. And And I need something to put behind it. Maybe this will work. I think that kind of works. So this is way more pink than it's showing in the camera, and I started in the middle. This candy cane is right in the middle, and I'm moving kind of both ways depending on where my thread takes me. I am using the called for threads, which are Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. And this one's a really fun stitch. I don't think it'll be done in time for Christmas because I want to finish the month to month. I mean, it might be, because I do really enjoy stitching on it. So we will see how that goes. But I love the tiny towns. So then after that one, there's a Valentine's one, and there's a patriotic one, and I think I still might need to get that pattern. So I did that one, that one, that one, that one. So I only have one whip left to show you, and then I'll get into my kits. This is English Sampler Berries by Erica Michaels Needle Art Designs. And I am doing this one. This is my first strawberry. And it's going pretty fast. Oh, I'm having an avalanche over here. This stuff needs to stay. And again, I need something to put behind it, so I'll do the same thing. This fabric is from Fat Quarter Shop. I think it's called Blush. It's a 32 count even weave that has white splotches on it. And there's my start on that. I'm using the DMC conversion because I had them all. So this is like a third done already. And I want to finish. This is the one I want to finish soon. I want to finish them all soon, but my Stitchy Pals group asked about berries, so I told them I would do a berry and figure out the finishing part. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like it's going to be easy to finish, but so that is all of my whips. Last video I did a giveaway, and the giveaway was this kit by Dimensions. It's a Dimensions gold kit, and it's called Beguiling Tiger. And I was giving this one away because I have two of them, and I don't know what that reflection is, but I think this is cool. I need to start this one day. So the winner for this kit is Sandra McDonald. So Sandra, I will be getting this in the mail to you. Probably not till next week because I have a lot going on between now and then. So, but I'll get this off in the mail to you. Congratulations! I'm loving that. I think it's beautiful. I love cats, so it's really cool. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you the rest of my kits, the things that I have kitted up from patterns. The last video, everything I showed you was a kit, a project that was already kitted when I received it, either a prepackaged kit or probably all prepackaged, but like some were Dimensions and some came from Fat Quarter Shop. And so all these I've chosen a pattern and then I've kitted them up. So I'm going to start with, and I'm going to be dumping them in this bin as I go. The first one is Harvest by Bent Creek. I kitted this up because I was going to stitch it. I think it was September when Java Girl Stitches, the Facebook group, I don't remember what it's called, Stitching with Friends maybe. They were going to stitch this one, so I bought the pattern and I kitted it up, and then I just couldn't, I had too many things going on. I had fabric for it. It's not in the bag, so I don't know what I did with it. I might have decided to use it for something else. So this is Bent Creek Harvest, and I'm using it's DMC, so I'm using the DMCs. The next one is a Stony Creek leaflet. They have one of these for every month, and this one is called Pansy, and it's for March. I might leave off March because I'm not stitching all of them. Haven't decided yet, and I haven't started it yet. And I have just a 28 count even weave white that I've put in the kit to stitch it with. And then Stony Creek uses all DMC, so I have all of the flosses for that. This one is Luminous Fiber Arts, and this is Sweet Christmas 1 and 2 by Misty. These are so fun. I'm not gonna get them even started this year, but that is one. I love those little critters. And this one is 2. And I bought the complete kit from her, which came, I think it came with both patterns, and then you could get the fabric, and the fabric is that I chose is 32 count. I think it's an even weave. It doesn't say Lugana, 32 count Lugana and soft sea, and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. And then it came with some Lady Dot Creates trims and the fancy floss, and all the rest of the floss is DMC, I believe. So let's see, doing this over there. The next thing I have kitted up, and I was all ready to get these going, and then I got distracted and something else called my name. This is Autumn Littles by Waxing Moon Designs. I love all these little guys. I got distracted by Christmas Littles and did the little, is it a fox? Whichever one I did. What did I do with him? Oh, he was one of the ornaments that I did on my ornament video. And the fabric that I'm going to use for this is by Fabric Flares from Fat Quarter Shop from Fabric of the Month. And it's called Pale Parchment Dyed Effect, and it's 14 count Ada. So it's just a nice neutral fabric. So that is my Autumn Littles by Waxing Moon Designs. Next up I have, love this book, Animal Kingdom. This is a Stony Creek book, and it has the most beautiful pictures in it. I love African animals. So what I have kitted up is the elephants. That's the only picture there is of it. And I just think that's going to be really fun. And I'm stitching it just on a, I think it's like a gray. Is it gray? It's 18 count, just an Ada. It might even be white. I can't tell in my lighting what color it is. And then I have 2 other Heaven and Earth designs that I have kitted up. This one is called Serengeti Glow, and it is, what do they call them? It's not a big one. It's 400 stitches wide by 133 stitches tall. So it's long and skinny, and I just love this. Again, African animals. I have this all kitted up, and it'll be stitched on 25 count easy grid. And then the next Heaven and Earth Designs is called The Witching Hour, and it's called a mini. It is 227 by 326. That is not mini, but it is for Heaven and Earth Designs. This is another kitty design. And I saw this months ago on somebody's Flosstube, and she was just finishing it, and I don't remember who. I apologize. I just thought it was beautiful. So this is Mini The Witching Hour by Heaven and Earth Designs. Next up is an ink circles, and I have never yet stitched an ink circles. I have a couple of patterns. This one's called Cocoa Time, and I just thought it was really fun. So I have this all kitted up. This is a 28 count even weave pink opal, and I don't know where this came from. It just came out of my box of fabric. I don't really like stitching on opal, opalescent. This is called opal, but so we'll see. But I do like the idea of all the pinks. And that's it. I consider that to be a Christmas one. and I haven't started it yet, so it'll probably be for next year. This one is, I don't have a picture. No, there's no picture. Oh, no. I participated, well, I can't say I participated. I bought the supplies to participate in the costume party that was done by Hands-On Design. I bought the fabric by Fabrics by Stephanie and everything. I bought all the stuff and then I didn't do anything with it. So that one might be one for next year. The next one, I'm going to say I have it kitted up because I have all the flosses and the fabric is coming in the mail today. I'm so excited. This is Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower, and Be Stitch Me has a fabric that's called Huckleberry, and I have seen someone stitching at the retreat I went to in September. Someone was stitching this on that purple fabric and it was just stunning. So I'm excited to start this one. I'll probably start it this month. I don't know. We'll see. I need to save some things to start next month too, so I don't know, but I'm very excited just to see that fabric, to have it come in the mail today. Let's see. This one, I have the floss here. I had the fabric and I changed my mind on the color, so I'm still trying to decide. This is Rudolph Sampler by Little House Needleworks. I think it's beautiful. I've seen a couple people have it in the works. I don't know if I've seen anybody who's finished it, but I think it's beautiful. As you know, I like to change things up, so I don't know if I'll do it on a neutral fabric like that or if I'll do it on something else. We'll see when I start it what I actually put it on. I could change my mind like 14 times between now and then. I have it in my, it's not in my put away bin of kits, it's in my bin of whips, current whips, so that I can start it soon. This next one that I have is actually needlepoint, and I don't want to take it out of there, but it's called Morning Glories by Regional Quilt Series. So I'll try not to get too much glare. But I was struck by the colors, but then when I was at the shop, I picked this up at Acorns and Threads, and they didn't have all of the right threads, so I don't have the greens. These are Caron water lilies, and then it's done on a needlepoint canvas, so I have the bars. And while I was there, I picked up this really fun project bag by Crafty Corey Stitches. She makes project bags that were exclusive to Acorns and Threads, and now she has them in a couple of other shops. I don't remember what those shops are. I need to, next time I see her, I need to ask her that again. Next up is, I have this bag that I got, I think I showed you it when I got it. This is from So Much to Love. So I think it came last summer. And what this has in it is all the different threads that I've used for different bee patterns by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I have hive rules in there, and the fabric that I think I'm going to stitch it on is Pale Gray Gingham 18 count by Fabric Flair. I have Kind Words and Bumblebee Kisses in here, and I think I have a couple of other of their patterns. I don't know why they're not in here. I really like all these patterns by Primrose Cottage, but I don't like the green and I don't like the yellow. So I did Be Nice last summer, and I gave it to my daughter, so I don't have it to show you, but I pulled, I'm using different, like more bright yellows and greens, and I pulled out several different ones, and I don't remember which ones I actually ended up using on Be Nice, and I need to stitch Be Nice again because I want it for myself. But so I call this kitted because it does have, it's got fabric in it, thread. It's not just not a kit, it's I labeled it bees. I put labels on my bags, and this one's called bees because it's my bee patterns. Next up is a Stony Creek stand-up. It's called a Balanced Life. And when you buy these stand-ups, they come with the chipboard that you need and the instructions to make it as a flat fold. And there are several different ones. This was the first one that grabbed my eye. I just think it's really cool. To have a balanced life, you need a dog to adore you and a cat to ignore you, is what it says. So this one also had fabric, and now the fabric is not there, so I must have changed my mind. And then I have this one bag that has these 4 patterns that are, they're by Stony Creek, and they're called Hometown Halloween. I have all 4 of them, and I have all the thread to stitch all of them. What I haven't decided yet is if I'm stitching them individually or if I'm doing this. And the fabric, oh, that's cool. This was a fat quarter shop. I don't remember what it's called. So I have a couple of small pieces of this cut, but if I decide to do this, I'll need a bigger piece. So I'm not sure. So that's Hometown Halloween. The next one I have is a Stony Creek one, and it's called Barnyard Buddies. And I think this is so cool. This was on the cover of the Spring 2020 Stony Creek magazine. They did it on a bell pull as far as fabric. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, because I don't like how I might do it if I somehow back it with chipboard. I don't know. I don't like how the bell pulls are limp. I like my stuff to have substance to it. So I haven't decided yet, which is part of why I haven't started stitching it yet, but also it just has not called my name. And it's when things call my name that they get stitched. Is that the last one? Yes. So I also bought this set to go with it if I do it as a bell pull, and these are heavy. They're like, it does not say what they're made out of, but they are heavy. It feels like they're iron. So I bought 2 of these, one for the top and one for the bottom. So maybe I will stitch it as a bell pull. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. And I think that's it. I have no more piles. So those are all of my kits. I do have a sticky note that was on something. I don't remember what. It doesn't say. So I'll leave it in my book until I need it. I do have 2 bags two project bags, the big ones from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't have any here, but that have heart anger stuff in them. I've been collecting kits and fabric and some threads, but I'll show those in a different video. It's all a big jumbled mess, and nothing is actually, like, I haven't figured out what I'm doing with any of it yet. I keep collecting more heart anger patterns, and I need to start stitching some of them because I just keep collecting them. So I think that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And just in case I don't get another one up before Christmas, I should, but just in case, I'll tell you Merry Christmas. And I lost my little remote. Oh well. Merry Christmas and happy stitching. Bye for now.